Welcome to Season 5, Episode 1 of the Dark Razor Chronicles. What if? This is where the questions begin to matter more than the answers. I'm Mike Carmel, author, host, producer, editor, and everything else behind this one-man show. This is the final season of Book 2, Oathbound. So get comfortable, settle in, and let the world narrow just a little. Let's begin.
Cullen, Avon. I lead Sharael away from the market. The further we walk, the thinner the crowds become. We should find a new room, I say. Somewhere with a door we can lock. Now that we have all this new gear, I don't want to be robbed.
Perhaps we should seek, it first.
Sharael suggests, lowering her voice.
Or at least verify its location. I'd hate for it to be getting further away while we shop.
I nod, though I prefer to stash our packs first. Understood, I say. But we don't want to confront anyone while weighed down with gear. We need to be able to move quickly.
All right.
She agrees. Whoever has the sword will be a powerful foe, I warn.
That's if it still accepts him.
Accepts him? She looks at me, then points toward the Temple of Caracas, now looming into view. We adjust our course, heading in that direction.
I know what should have happened,
She says, lowering her voice, her eyes scanning the street to ensure no one's listening.
The Razor's law is simple. It binds a contract once the petition has been satisfied. The rules of the petition dictate that the Razor must be won in combat. A win is determined by the victor's intentions. If the victor intended to kill, but only incapacitated you, and you later return to health with the intent of reclaiming the
She glances around again.
Razor, it would reject the current bearer in favor of you. But if the petitioner intended mercy,
Then we'll have a problem. She nods slowly. My voice hardens. You suspect he intended mercy? She hesitates.
yes.
Her gaze meets mine, her concern clear.
You're worried about that?
I nod. Yes. Facing a man who meant to kill, well, that's murder. Maybe I could show him the same mercy he showed me, but that would leave him free to follow. But Sharael shakes her head.
If he's taken the Razor knowingly, he knows what awaits him. No one would possess the Razor willingly and not expect to be challenged. He attacked you, don't forget.
With mercy,
We'll see.
she replies. I shake my head at the predicament. How can a sword decide? I believe in magic enhancing a blade, making it weightless, sharper, even indestructible, but to give it the power of decision. How many variables did its creator consider? Could they have foreseen every outcome? We pass two fellows walking opposite, and another carrying a large sack going in the same direction.
It's too much to explain.
Sharael says, reading my expression.
I'll tell you more when we have time. For now, let's just find it.
We turn into a narrow alley, shadows pooling between the worn brick walls. Piles of refuse and ragged cloth litter the ground. The stench of excrement and urine hangs heavy in the still air. Sharael pulls the amulet of the oath from beneath her shirt, laying it flat in her palm.
It's still toward the temple.
She says, staring at the floating pointer. She tucks the amulet away again. We weave through the streets, skirting the temple, testing our theory. If the Razor lies within the temple, the pointer should always aim toward it, no matter the side we are on. For half an hour, we navigate alleys thick with refuse. Rag walkers show calloused hands, begging for coin, their hollow eyes following us. Scraggly dogs slink through the filth, keeping their distance, their gaze averted. It doesn't take long before we realize the Razor isn't inside the temple. It's close, though. We grow nearer, consulting the amulet between buildings. Keeping it hidden is a challenge. Two people and an ugly cat huddled over a red glow draws attention no matter where you are. The pointer is gradually shifting. The floating dot beneath the gem's surface creeps closer to the center as we move from warehouse to warehouse.
We're close. Very close.
She points to a battered warehouse ahead. She conceals the amulet and leads us around the building, eyes flicking to every movement in the shadows. We check the amulet again. Closer. The pointer climbs the gem's face, nearly centered now. 3 more buildings later, we think we found it. There's no one in the alley. Sharael reveals the amulet again, her brow furrowed. She walks forward, frowning at the gem, then abruptly stops and doubles back. She presses the amulet against her chest as a drunk stumbles into view, a half-empty bottle dangling from his fingers. He teeters across the street before collapsing into another alley, the bottle clattering against the stones. Sharael shakes her head and holds the amulet out to me again. The pointer sits dead center.
Check yours,
She says. I pull mine from under my shirt, glancing up and down the alley before placing it flat in my palm. The result is the same. The pointer is centered.
Does this mean it's in one of these buildings?
She asks. I'm about to answer when the pointer starts to shift, veering off center to the left. No, I murmur. That's not what it means. She frowns.
Well?
Before I can explain, a faint sound reaches my ears. Hammering, deep and rhythmic, against stone. Below us, still in the tunnels. Her eyes widen, a smile breaking across her face. She tilts her head, listening, and I know she hears it too. The distant, steady strikes.
And he's trying to get out!
DagGar chimes in, far too loudly. Exactly, Cat, I say, flicking DagGar on the head. He chitters, amused. We stand, listening. The dull clang of metal against stone echoes faintly from beneath. Some of these buildings might have basements, ones that skirt the upper levels of the temple's tunnels. He's probably trying to break through a wall. Sharael's brow furrows.
So he returned through the pallet, and all this time, he's been trying to escape the tunnels, without being caught by the temple?
That's what I think. The pointer shifts again, now tilting toward a dilapidated, boarded-up building with faded paint. Quickly, I say, let's check it out. If it's empty, we break in. If not, we'll buy our way inside. I yank nailed boards from the back door of the warehouse. Each pull screeches and cracks, loud enough to draw an army of peacekeepers, but no one comes. A few people pass the alley's mouth, but no one spares us a glance. I figure if I don't act suspicious, no one will suspect. I pause now and then, listening. The faint hammering continues. With one final jerk, the last board comes free. I stack the planks neatly against the wall. DagGar balances on his hind legs, front paws pressed to my head, his nervous excitement vibrating through me as we slip inside. We enter an office, dark and stripped bare. Even the floorboards are gone, leaving only packed dirt beneath our feet. A door stands open, leading into the main storage, a vast space barely lit by grimy windows high above. I slide open the hidden panel on my belt buckle. A trickle of light seeps out, sluggish as it brightens around us. I slide the buckle wider, the glow expanding, but even at full brightness, it struggles to fill the warehouse. Leave your pack here. DagGar hops off my head as I swing my pack down. Sharael fumbles with hers, nearly tipping over from the weight. Normally I'd laugh, but the hammering is louder now, echoing from the southeast corner. I glance at my shirt and mourn the loss of my leather armor. Might never see it again. A thin layer of hardened leather could mean the difference between life and death. We set our packs beside 2 old kegs and follow the hammering deeper into the warehouse. The sound grows louder, punctuated by grunts and the steady thud of metal against rock. The dirt floor sags in the southeast corner, caved in to form a shallow pit. From within come muffled curses, followed by more hammering. I dim the light on my buckle. DagGar, have a look. See how many there are, and how much time we've got before they come up. DagGar springs forward, his launch so sudden it jolts me back a step. He vanishes into the pit. Grunting shifts to swearing, deep, gravelly, and laced with a rolling accent. I hold my breath, stomach tight, waiting. DagGar bursts from the pit in a gliding arch, landing in a skid at my feet. A furious voice bellows after him.
"I'll get you, you little fucking fur bag!"
DagGar grins, panting. He reports,
2 buggers, a grumpy old dwarf, and a dandy souse.
I almost ask what the hell's a dandy souse is, but the hammering doubles in speed, along with the swearing. DagGar, what did you do?
Oh, you know, a little tickle here, a pinch there.
The curses intensify until a second slurred voice breaks in.
Oh, shut up, Arkan.
Shut up! Didn't you see that little shins wave its arse at me?
It's just a critter. It wasn't taunting you.
You didn't see it, Terence. It stuck out its tongue. Poked me in the bum.
Terence snorts.
Poked you in the bum, huh?
He did! I'm gonna slice it up and make a purse out of it. Have that stupid grinning face right on the front.
Calm down, will ya?
Terence sighs, sounding used to this. Arkan keeps ranting.
Use that dumb smiling mouth as the purse opening, so when I grab my coin, I'm jamming my fist down its stupid little throat.
I gesture for Sharael to follow, retreating to the office. 3 of us, 2 of them. They've got the razor, and who knows what else. One's drunk. I want to talk first if I can. One of them could have killed me back in Sansa, but didn't. I own that much.
I've got 1 firebolt spell, but it won't help against the razor.
And you, DagGar?
Well, I've got this spoon, see? And...
I've got a sword and my crossbow, I cut in. Odds are in our favor. The rubble shifts, louder now. Try your weapons. I snuff the buckle's light. Sharael will wait until they're emerging. Catch them off guard with the debris at their backs.
Help me, you goat-milking sop!
I draw my sword, pinching the blade to silence the ring as it leaves the sheath. Sharael's silver sword glints faintly in the dark. DagGar, when they're out, let us know. Apparently that wasn't clear enough. DagGar's voice rings out.
Ready!
Arkan roars.
Ready? I'll show you ready!
Ready? It said, ready?
I throw open my belt buckle. Light floods the space, forcing me to shield my eyes. I grab Sharael's hand and move closer as the 2 men stagger in the brightness. I raise my wrist crossbow, aiming at them. The dwarf, Arkan, is built like a brick wall. Thick arms, broad shoulders, and a neck that's more muscle than anything else. His black hair hangs in greasy strands despite being tied back. His clothes are torn and filthy, boots heavy and caked in dirt. He barely reaches my chin, but I bet he weighs twice what I do. A massive double-headed hammer rests on his back. At his hip hangs the razor, only it's different now. Shorter. The crossguard's been altered, a twist on Constantine's square. How long did that take to transform? And what does that mean for the contract? Terence stands beside him, tall and refined despite the dirt. His clothes are newer, only stained where unavoidable. He sways slightly, clearly drunk. His sword is long, hilt is antique, likely an heirloom. Drunk or not, he carries himself like someone who knows how to use it. Sharael gasps, a sharp inhale that jerks my focus. Her hand flies to her chest, and she stumbles back, nearly collapsing. Sharael! I lunge to her side, wrapping an arm around her. Arkan's too focused on DagGar to notice. The little creature tugs the corners of his mouth wide, flapping his tongue at the dwarf.
I'll get you, you flaming rodent!
Arkan charges after DagGar, who darts away with a delighted squeal. Terence hasn't moved, staring at Sharael, sword still sheathed, confusion clouding his features.
Help me, you useless goat-milking sop!
Arkan bellows from somewhere deeper in the warehouse.
I I got him cornered.
Sharael trembles against me, her face pale, eyes locked on Terrence. My crossbow lowers. What's wrong? Do you know him? She doesn't answer, but I can see it in her face. She knows him, and he knows her.
Sharael Maldine. I can't believe my eyes. It's him. The man who helped Arthesi steal the razor. The one I was sent to stop. The bastard who attacked me. He was there in the clearing. He started this entire damn mess. Anger surges through me, hot and sharp. You! I snarl, venom thick in my voice as I struggle against Cullen's grip. You've meddled in circle business for the last time. Terrence's face goes slack. Even Arkin stops his banter, eyes shifting toward us. I wrench my arm free, raising my hand.
Wait!
Cullen snaps, startling me. He knows what I'm about to do. I glare at him, furious. But he holds firm.
Wait.
He says again, calmer now.
We need to talk to them, not kill them.
Kill?
Arkin scoffs, eyes back on me.
Who do you think you'll be killing?
I ignore him. My hand lifts, palm upward, the universal signal for casting. I hear the sharp intake of breath around me. You don't have the razor now, I hiss, fury boiling over. The rage and pain inside me ignite, fueling my strength. Magnificabit tribus, faciem repono, duas manu ignis. 2 firebolts burst into existence above me, swirling masses of heat and flame. They spiral higher, trailing sparks and smoke, shrieking as they rip through the warehouse air. The orbs twist and dive, one in front of Terrence, the other before Arkin. Dirt and debris explode upward, a deafening roar reverberating through the warehouse. The walls shudder, cracks spidering through wooden beams as dust rains down and sunlight pierces the gloom through the shattered roof. Both Terrence and Arkin are thrown to the ground, coughing in the swirling dust. Cullen shields his ears, the sound near deafening in this confined space. I raise my hand again, though I know it's an empty threat. That was my last spell, and I'm spent. My legs tremble, but I force myself forward, pointing at Terrence. He lies on his back, staring at me, wide-eyed. His voice cracks, disbelief thick in it.
You?
I stalk closer as he scrambles backward, pushing himself away with his elbows. You remember me?
I...
His words falter. You cut me down when I was unarmed. You attacked me for greed. Now you'll pay. Terrence shakes his head, panic rising.
No, it wasn't me. It was a dream. I only saw you in a dream.
Sharael.
Cullen hisses from beside me.
Sharael?
Arkin echoes, confused, but I don't look away. You're not denying it, I snarl. Terrence's voice shakes as he pleads.
I swear it was just a dream. It wasn't real. I wouldn't have...
Hot tears sting my eyes. I don't know if they're from rage or grief, but I can't stop them. My vision blurs as Cullen grabs my shoulders, spinning me to face him.
Enough!
He barks. But Terrence's panicked voice keeps pushing through.
I'm sorry, I remember, but it wasn't real. It couldn't have been real.
I try to focus on Cullen's face, on his steady voice, but all I see is Terrence. His fear, his guilt, and it twists something deep inside me.
What in the hells is going on?
Arkin bellows, breaking the tension. No one answers. The razor hisses as Arkin draws it, a sound that cuts through the dusty air, sharp and pure. I see Cullen tense beside me. The rules of the razor are clear. Magic can't harm the bearer directly. Only skill can defeat them. But there's more to it than that. Cullen steps forward, cautious but calm. His voice is steady as he speaks.
Arkin, isn't it?
The dwarf grunts, hefting the razor. It looks different in his hands. Thicker, broader. The handbrake is gone. It's been reshaped to suit him.
Aye, Arkendoff. And who in the nine hells are you?
Cullen Avon, I say.
Terence gasps. Even Arkin pauses, a flicker of recognition crossing his face. Cullen keeps his tone level.
I'm oath taken, in service to the White Circle and guardian of the Razor. You're interfering in Circle business. Surrender the Razor, now.
Arkin barks a harsh laugh.
White Circle? Ha! Even or not, you've got no more claim to it than I do, you fargin' twit. I should have killed you back in Sansa. But no! Terence here had to play nice.
He shifts into a mocking tone, mimicking a child.
Oh no, Arkin! We got the better of him. No need to kill him.
He spits on the ground.
Terence is a right woob.
Cullen smiles faintly.
So you never intended to spare me?
Arkin sneers.
Not for a second. If it weren't for that goat-milking sop.
He grips the razor tighter, but something shifts. His sneer falters. His arms tremble. His face flushes red. The razor sags in his hands, the weight suddenly seeming more than he can bear.
What the?
Arkin hisses, straining. He lowers the razor's tip to the ground, then slowly the rest, until the hilt pins his hands beneath it.
What's happening?
He growls, face twisted with effort. Cullen's voice is cool, almost sympathetic.
You took the razor without winning it fairly. That breaks the rules.
Arkin snarls, trying to wrench it free. Sweat beads on his forehead.
Rules? What rules? The razor's mine. I ain't giving it up.
But Arkin stands, massaging his hand, leaving the razor where it lies. Something in those questions strikes me odd. Someone who has the means to track and take the razor surely knows about the rules.
I can pay you for it.
Cullen offers, calm and steady. He sheaths his sword and pulls the purse from around his neck, tossing it to Arkin, striking him in the chest with a thud and clink, falling to the dirt. Arkin glares down at it before kicking it back toward Cullen.
It's gone beyond money, boy. Mayhap I'll take your purse, but I'll take your skin, too.
As Cullen stoops to retrieve the pouch, Arkin grabs his massive hammer, hefting it with both hands. Its twin heads gleam in the dusty light. Cullen holds up a hand, voice still even.
We don't have to fight. I'm empowered by the Circle's authority.
He pulls the amulet from beneath his shirt, the symbol of the oath. It glows bright, but Arkin barely glances at it. Instead, the dwarf shoves a hand into a belt pouch and yanks from it his own 13-pointed star, pulsing with the same glow.
Your oath taken?
Cullen asks, surprised. Arkin scoffs.
Not me. Terence's grandfather was. I ain't sworn to anyone. But that damn razor's been gone 100 years, and these trinkets
He waves the amulet.
have been dead for 40. So I don't give a shite where you crawled out of. It's mine. I don't know what trick you're pulling, but you'd best be on your way.
Cullen sighs.
It doesn't work like that. I can't renounce the razor. It has to be won. Fairly.
Arkin's face splits into a grin.
Really? Well, now we're talking.
Cullen's gaze shifts to Terence, still slumped on the floor.
Terence, you're oath taken, aren't you? The able-bodied descendant.
Terence looks up, pale and shaking. His eyes brim with regret as he nods. Cullen presses forward.
Then you've sworn to uphold the White Circle's wishes.
Arkin throws his head back, laughing. A loud, mocking bark.
Who do you think came up with the plan to go after it? Who do you think knew how to get it? You're barking up the wrong tree, boy. Right, Terence?
Terence's voice is soft, almost broken.
No, Arkin. Let them have it.
Arkin rounds on him, incredulous.
What? What in the nine hells are you talking about, you goat-milking nit?
Terrence swallows hard, his eyes on me.
This is Sharael Maldine,
He says, voice trembling but certain.
the woman I've been dreaming about.
Arkin's face twists with confusion and rage.
The dream. The one you've been yammering about all week.
Terrence nods, his voice firmer now.
This is her, Arkin.
Arkin stares at me, brows knitted in disbelief.
That's not Sharael Maldine. If it were, do you think she'd be asking?
It's her.
Terrence insists, the weight of conviction in his words. Arkin's glare flickers between us, his jaw clenching.
I'm not sworn to no circle.
He growls.
Those good-for-nothing wizards haven't been heard from in 40 years. None of them are alive anymore.
That's not true.
Cullen says, raising the amulet.
This proves it. Each point represents a living member.
Arkin narrows his eyes.
And how would you know that?
It's true.
Terrence cuts in.
Remember how the amulet changed? Just a week ago, there were 12 points. Now there are 13. My great-granda used to tell stories, how the amulet shifts when a member dies or is appointed. I told you about my dream. She's the 13th point.
Terrence pauses for a long moment.
It's her, Arkin. Just give it to them.
Terrence's voice cracks, tears welling as guilt pours from him. The weight of his regret is palpable. Arkin scowls at me, but there's hesitation in his eyes.
That's not her.
He mutters, but it sounds less certain.
And I ain't gone through all this just to hand over the razor now.
He steps forward, hammer raised. Cullen reacts instantly, lifting his wrist crossbow and aiming it square at Arkin's chest.
Please don't do this.
Cullen says, voice calm, but edged with steel.
I don't want to hurt anyone.
Well, I do.
Arkin roars, rage boiling over.
No, Arkin.
Terrence is on his feet, leaping forward, sword drawn, pointing the blade at Arkin's chest.
Stop this madness.
Arkin stares at Terrence like he's lost his mind.
What's gotten into you, you daft woob? It's the bloody dark razor. You've been yammering about it your whole life, and now you want to give it up to the first people who come asking?
Terrence shakes his head, desperation plain on his face.
Who else would have the amulet? She's Sharael, Arkin. How can you deny it?
Silence stretches between them. Then Terrence steps closer, sword still trained on Arkin's chest.
We're not empty-handed, Arkin. They'll pay us, and I owe her.
Owe her? How do you figure that?
Terrence's voice trembles as guilt pours out.
I was a coward. I told you. I struck her down.
Coward? You? You've never been a coward, you fargin' humbutt?
Terrence's shoulders sag. His voice softens, heavy with regret.
Maybe not here, but in that dream, or whatever it was, I did it. I know I did.
Arkin stares at him, slack-jawed.
You've got to be kidding me.
Before the tension can break, a high-pitched voice cuts in.
You really should just give it up.
DagGar says with a grin, peeking over Arkin's shoulder. Arkin roars in fury, swinging wildly at his back to swat DagGar away. But the little creature dances just out of reach, landing nimbly on the dirt floor.
You little shetzoid! I'll skin you alive and use you for gloves!
DagGar chatters, clearly amused.
Enough, Arkin.
Terrence yells, voice raw with emotion.
Lower your hammer and step back. I won't ask again.
For a moment, Arkin holds firm, but then something breaks inside him. His hammer wavers before finally sinking low. He sighs heavily.
I can't believe it!
Arkin mutters.
All that effort for nothing.
You don't have to leave.
Cullen says gently.
Terrence is oath taken.
No,
Terrence says, voice strained.
not after what I've done.
Cullen's tone softens.
Then take the money. Don't walk away empty-handed. There's no need for bad blood. If I weren't sworn, if I hadn't already sacrificed so much, I'd let you keep the razor. But there's too much at stake. Take the coin, and we part as friends.
Arkin swings the hammer behind his back, securing it in place with a grunt.
I don't want your money.
He mutters.
I want the bloody dark razor.
His gaze falls to the sword lying on the dirt. With a sigh, he undoes the razor's sheath and drops it beside the blade. Without another word, he turns and stomps toward the office door, muttering,
Another day, another fight.
Terrence lowers his sword, then turns to me.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Sharael. I can't explain it. I know I didn't do what I remember, and yet I did. It was like a dream, but more a memory. I know I wasn't there that day. Arkin and I were here in La Rose. That day never happened, but it did, and I acted shamefully.
The weight of his words hangs in the air. I can't let it go. Slowly, I reach up, undoing the first button on my collar. I pull the fabric aside, exposing my shoulder. The dark purple scar he left behind still marks my pale skin. Terrence's breath catches. Tears well and spill down his cheeks.
But I wasn't there. You have to believe me.
I stare at him, trying to steady my emotions. I remember the man I saw when I first arrived at the clearing that day. Someone with the makings of a king. Now, all I see is a broken drunk. I let the fabric go, covering the scar. I take a deep breath, then speak, my voice soft but resolute. You are oath taken, and the oath has been called into service. The fact that you went against us is treason. I have the right to pronounce judgment. Will you accept it? Terrence sags before me, shoulders drooping under the crushing weight of his guilt. His voice is broken, filled with regret.
I'm not oath taken. My father, he barely was. My grandfather, he was oath taken. I thought it was all just stories.
He looks up, and for a fleeting moment, I see the strength, the pride he might have carried in another life. The kind of man who could have been a king. I steady my voice. What is your full name?
Terrence Farside.
And you swore the oath? He doesn't speak it, but he nods. I swallow hard. Terrence Farside, I find you guilty of treason and cowardice. The words burn in my throat, tears threatening to spill, but I force them down. I sentence you to find your way, to sort your life, to do right by your oath. It wasn't made just to me or the circle. It's to your family, your past, your future. I task you to make of it what it could be. I see in you the glimmer of great things, so find them. I falter. I'm not sure he even understands what I'm saying. My voice cracks, trembling under the weight of it all. Still, I summon what strength I have left, forcing my tone firm. Go now. Get your amulet from Arkin before he tries to sell it, and start acting your position. Terrence nods, his throat tight as he swallows. He steps back, ignoring the purse still lying on the dirt, and follows the path Arkin took. I call after him. And Terrence! He pauses at the doorway. Know that I do not absolve you of your sins against me. He nods again, his shoulders heavy, before disappearing through the door. I watch him go, my heart twisted in knots. A storm of rage, sorrow, and something else I can't quite name. My hands tremble as I stand there, breathing hard, watching Cullen as he stands over the razor. He hesitates, his hand hovering above the hilt. We both know what this moment means. What if?
What if? It's a simple question. What if Cullen can't pick the razor back up? What if the blade decides the contract's been broken? What if it no longer recognizes him as its rightful bearer? Because this time, it wasn't one in blood. This is the beginning of Season 5, the final season of Book 2, Oathbound. If you're following the story, you might want to save this episode for later. These moments tend to mean more once you've seen what comes next. If you enjoyed the episode, take a minute to rate and review the show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you're listening. And if you can, leave a comment or some feedback, especially on the sound, the voices, what's working for you, what isn't. Do you prefer DagGar's outros or mine? That kind of input helps shape the direction of the show. You can reach out directly through the website. Questions, thoughts, things you're noticing. I do read those, and I respond when I can. It's a good way to open a conversation. And if you want to explore more books, episodes, and everything else I'm working on, you can find it all at mikecarmel.ca. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next episode.